We have characters in our lives that want to literally make us pretend and act out scenarios and personalities and things that make no sense to dim and diminish and completely erase who you are. So listen, this is going to be a channeled message. I have so many downloads. I've already written down a ton of information, and we're going to let it flow, because this is so important for you to know that you are feeling unseen, and this anger is being spoken to me like validation from a mother, because it's coming through the bloodline. What do you do when you're no longer safe? What do you do when you are in your body? Okay, this is a schizophrenic rant. This is a no hiding, not trying to pretend or be in a box energy. Bless you. We are going to uncover something really deep in your soul that has been imprinted on you through multiple lines of descendants. And this mother spirit that we have silenced on the planet is speaking now. The one that the patriarchy literally silenced, burned at the stake. Goodbye intuition, goodbye feminine woman essence of the opposite or the polar of the what the patriarchy represents. And this is not man versus woman. This is certainly like I'm seeing Rosa Parks. This is civil rights. This is just straight, hey, my rights and boundaries. There's something about your boundaries and your rights that you're trying to establish so you can understand things that are happening around you. It's really hard for you to find what's happening when the framework is all over the place. So we ended talking about anxiety and being liberated. We were talking about Woodstock and this freedom element, but also betrayal of purity. So there's also this energy. So I know it's going to jump because I'm speaking from all over. There's many timelines playing out, and we can activate and turn on codes that we need to access this stuff. 333. And the investment of our time is very important because we're spending our energy. We're going out into the matrix and the world, and we're spending our time as currency. We're creating a current that vibrates into the realm or the matrix world, and reflects back to us something. So we're telling reality at all times what we can accept, digest, what we want to believe. We are programming, constantly programming. I'm just seeing, as one example, I'm seeing a child that's raised in a Christian home. I'm seeing the cross. I'm seeing Jesus. I'm seeing all that kind of stuff. No shade, no shame on anyone. But I'm just seeing how that kid didn't really have a choice. It was just, birthed and born into it. We're breaking out of these codes and programs because it's disheartening and angry, and it makes you angry when you address the real elephant in the room. The real elephant in the room that says you can no longer be yourself. You must conform. You must be like. You cannot separate or differentiate. Why are you speaking outside of the lines? What are you seeing that I'm not? Why are you speaking out? There's a lot of questions here. And we're also going to talk about schizophrenia, lobotomies. I'm just all over the place, but it all connects if you can release the anxiety. Like I'm feeling a lot of pressure in my shoulders and my back and my heart to appease and accommodate you. And it's crazy because what we're doing is we're constantly interacting, right? And I don't say that with any, sometimes I'm very blunt, but like there's no shade. Like I'm not being hateful. But I do feel that energy. And what I'm trying to say is like, you're carrying anxiety, pressure to uphold a concept that you carry in your mind. It's important that nobody shatters and dismantles this, because if so, you must change and adapt and fall into something else. And the accountability, the pressure, I'm seeing the diamond, I'm seeing June birthday. What do you do when you're no longer safe? Because the lobotomy thing, let me just bring this up. It's really important to what we're talking about. We got demonology on the table. I'd rather starve than be a traitor. I'm going to shuffle this down. And we got 11 on the dice. So lobotomies, you guys, were performed on people probably like me in the early 1900s. So a lot of our grandparents, our grandmothers, because 89% of people that were performed, a lobotomy performed on them, an ice pick stuck in their brain to remove parts of their brain because they were not cooperative, thinking that if we tear some of their brain out, they'll become this vegetable thing and behave more appropriate for society, for culture, for the cult, for the area in which they want this person to fit. Put a lot of pressure and anxiety on that person because they didn't quite fit in. How do you, I think they label it often, schizophrenic or different, autistic maybe, some sort of different type of human that is an adult, has to function in society like everyone else. You're these things. Some of us are frozen on the bus stop since 8 years old. That's absolutely where we're going to start. How do we identify in culture who we are? Which version of us is showing up? Okay. Is it an authentic, a mask, a character? Who are we? Are we being ourselves? So the lobotomy thing, you have to understand, if some of our grandmothers had a lobotomy, because that certainly happened. Think of how many mothers have been in insane asylums and locked away for not cooperating with the system. And then I'm seeing also the slave era of African American slaves. So there's like kind of this energy here of, remember what happened when we rolled over and took it. That's what I'm seeing. Do you remember what happened? Our DNA is saying this to us. This is an intuitive signal we're receiving from an ancient mother of our past that had a lobotomy, and she was schizophrenic. And we also see a witch. Like we have an ancestor going on here. Who are we? We are the characters in this vision right now. So this version of you today, Molly, Justin, like whoever you are out there, is based on your indoctrination. But I'm channeling from an ancient parent of yours or ancestor it's here today. Like, get this anger out. You are so deep down in your soul carrying a level of rage that you can't even access, because it's so layered in so much buffoonery, so much stuff that you can't see that you're feeding your energy to something that's consuming it, that's not providing you with nourishment. So you have been programmed by DNA codes, because once people start passing away, we start forgetting what's going on, because there's a story being told and we're following it. Telephone, it's just going down the line. So there's messages that you haven't received from ancestors. If you feel like you don't fit in this world, it's because you are here to create a new one. I don't know who this is, Jocelyn Donner or something. So here you are in a regular Truman Show life. You know, everything goes in a routine. Your coffee or your bike ride, 11:11, whatever it is you do day to day. Go to work, fill up the gas tank, go to the grocery store, shower, behave. These developments, characteristics, cult patterns are trying to signal you to remember. It's interesting, this wants to come out. Men provide and protect, and women amplify and provide. So it's like teaching you the new framework of what. So, okay, this ancient ancestor channel we're on is saying, remember how it actually goes. I'm teaching you from within, which is why you feel the anxiety. I'm teaching you to listen to your body, to feel that uncomfortableness, or when it's boiling up in your throat and it's burning and you need to speak. And I'm seeing a dragon. I'm feeling the fire energy heavy right now. Men provide and protect. There's an element to a balanced dynamic here that you're not in. And it's all of things. It could be partnerships of many kinds, but it's all being channeled through this poison, this toxin in your system, through memories of being ice picked, okay, with a lobotomy. Like, you're just remembering, oh my gosh, if I behave that way, they're gonna pick my brain with an ice pick, because my DNA codes remember what they do to people like me. So I must stay hidden from this. So a lot of us have been cloaked, have been hidden, and it's beautiful because we're protected. But we're to a point where it's not like that anymore. We've been enabling a monster. It's out of control. We must resist. There must be a rising up, standing up, saying the truth, going against. Don't be the cool person here. It's not about like being cool. It's about the veil is thinning. Reality is communicating, and we can let those people get left behind or whatever. Not even behind, because are we going in a direction? I don't know. But we can let them be, and we can be, and everybody can just be. There really needs to, like, what's the contrast stuff for? Why do we gotta butt heads with stuff? Can't we just, do life that we're all trying to do here? The scapegoat card with, some of this energy, it's just, there's so much magic to talk about. There's so much joy and culture of, not even culture, because culture's almost becoming boring, I think is what I want to say. It's like, sure, people are interesting to watch. I love people watching. But I'm more into the psychology now and the philosophy and the history. So this is very ninth house. I'm feeling the Sagittarius energy. I have a stellium in the ninth house. And this just makes me feel like it's important for you to know that this time we're in, it's magic, higher intelligence, AI, it's all kind of coming, everything's like weaving in front of our eyes. Unweaving, weaving, I don't know. If we get to it, we might talk about polygamy because there's a lot of channels coming through about that. If I don't get to it on this message, it will be on the next or the next. But this, because there's so much information, I'm also getting this information like, okay, you know, I know that small talk is a filler, right? And we like to be entertained, but we also should be inquisitive and curious and open to new entertainment or new ideas and ways of being. There should be no putting you in a box, in a frame, when you feel the need to grow and explore. And we're doing that mentally right now, especially with the internet and singularity and everything coming online, where we're not just primates, we're not just physical anymore. This is a lot more than we can communicate at this time. We're still digesting dark things. I'm seeing dark habits, dark things, shadow elements of our species that are volatile and destructive and harmful to our evolution. There's a lot being revealed to us if we could listen and connect here. Wheel of Fortune. So this was going to happen no matter what. And I'm seeing the tigers, this tiger character with the zebra legs, white and black. So snake here as well. Lots of wings. Okay, I'm seeing the Garden of Eden. I'm also seeing the inner earth. I'm seeing the fairies, the forest people. I'm even seeing like, what is that? Just bloodlines. Everyone that's connected to the roots of multidimensional. Because few readings ago, whatever, the people that I'm connecting with, I don't even know if I want to use that label, people, but the spirits, the souls that I'm connecting to, you guys have a fascinating signature where this entity that also exists in reality is constantly in other people and many different people. It's constantly after your energy. And if you're not in tune and aware, it feeds on you. It feeds on you, and you then grieve. You then suffer. And it feeds and feels full and satisfied. It thinks that it's nourished, but actually it's greedy. And there's now a time for the energy of the kind heart, not even kind, because it's not that you're not a warrior. I don't want to take away a warrior spirit, and this is taking a lot with just very little cards. So okay, we're taking that one. 5 of Cups, got it. Because I think this one was meant to be more of a flow, more of a channeled message. This one was peeking out. This was at the bottom the whole time. There's a clear message here that you have paid your fare, or something about you served a term, like you signed, I don't know. It's like you got here in this body and you served, and you're like, okay, I did something that I was contracted to do. That's over. You have accumulated some sort of energy points that you're spending through someone else. Like basically you're going to the casino with somebody that you're giving all of your gold coins to, and they're gambling, and you're sitting next to them, and they're reaping the reward and benefit of your gambling. of your money, because they're gambling with your and their money. So like there's that energy going on here. 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, so much sadness. I mean, my dog's like licking my arm. Like, look at her. Chakra, what's up? 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. So like there's so much energy where it's, I'm telling you, like we're talking about lobotomies and schizophrenia. So any type of mental illness is important to talk about here. So I hope we can go deeper, because this is really challenging for me to keep in short time frames. So I would really love to know if there's people connecting with this message. If you can or prefer long form content, please let me know, because I need to, that's my thing. So let me know if that resonates or not, or if you prefer short. I am also going to do my best to keep that going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of Cups. 5 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Conflict resolved. What do I do now? So you're, all right. You're aware of the monster. So you're like, all right, I see the boogeyman. So my last message, we're talking about you create the devil and the boogeyman. And fear is what's like guiding that, right? Because there's a lot of energy we're following here. Entitlements popping out to me. I see mermaid over here. So we were talking about species again. Bloodlines. Which is easy to accept, because the whitest of white person and the blackest of black person shares pretty much the same codes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that means, but more like so close in comparison to like a mouse and a man or a human, although a mouse and a human contain very close DNA as well. So why is it crazy to think that mermaid, fairy, giants, witches, aliens, it's crazy to me at this point. I'm definitely prepared, and many that are resonating with this have already sacrificed their image, or whatever it's called, projection, the person you go out in society and pretend to be. There's this version of us that we have as an avatar. They're trying to get us to really put ourselves in this avatar. It's about singularity merging, okay? Something is going on there. And it's important for you to be aware. Because when you're not conscious, so we're getting back, there was a whole nother message about this. Yeah, when you're not conscious, you fall into these conscious dark beings, webs. I want to see some animals. Interesting what I'm seeing. I see panda, I see an owl, some hyenas, cat, fish, 2 cats and a fish, elephants. Elephants are here for the ancestor mother message. You will get through this. Right, you will get through this. From the mother, from the 6 of Cups. It's saying, remember back to when you were little, before you believed the anxiety that you carry, before you woke up every day, walked out that door and carried the load, the weight. What was it? What is it that you have forgotten about yourself? That you have, the scapegoat is here, a person blamed of the wrongdoings, faults of others, especially the reason. So expediency, the goat sit into the wilderness. And this is also really showing me the outcast. I want to pull some, I know there's so many cards I want to pull, but we're going to do so many more readings. But this one's really, I'm really wanting to go deeper in this one. So I can't wait to do the next one, honestly, is what's happening here. It's just going to have to be a deeper message. And those that want to go deeper will go there. Please forgive yourself. Right, because forgiveness is really, really hard. And we can forgive other people, which is hard. But forgiving yourself, because that's, to me, we invite anger and rage especially. We invite those energies in when we betray ourselves. It's less when we are betrayed by others. Because at the deepest root of any betrayal, it's the self-betrayal. Like, you usually know. Your intuition, something tells you, and you wait and you wait and you wait. And then the snake reveals itself or whatever, and the catastrophe happens. We haven't seen any animals yet, but I feel an animal in this deck wants to connect. Still no animal. Please don't blame yourself. So I cried a lot today. I even have a bit of a headache from not just the crying, but I am a little parched, there's a fish. I'm a little parched. See what I'm, and a lamb? Blood of the lamb, that was coming through today. Universe is crazy. I needed an animal to come out because the animals are so in tune. They're so in touch with what's really happening. And they really speak to energy smooth. It's so smooth. A fish and a lamb came out for you, which, think about the things they fed people in the Bible. They fed them fish and lamb. I don't know if they ate the lamb actually, but I don't really know. Lamb, blood of the lamb. I'm seeing blood of the lamb. I'm seeing the blood over the doors. Firstborns, the boys. And I also saw today a young woman that was trapped, and I'm talking spiritually, trapped in a contract. So she was like, I think she might have been like someone on the streets, maybe I don't know, an addict or something. She was a victim of the China rule, one child thing, like no girls, get her out of here type of thing. So I'm just seeing God, universe, spirit, soul, the over energy, the like I'm getting just getting like, I'm just really getting this deep energy of knowing that you are fed and protected by the Creator. Something's here. There's the zebra there's a zebra over here. The anomaly. And the tiger. Look, this tiger is a zebra and a tiger. Look. This tiger is a zebra and a tiger. You see what I'm saying? And it's all in black and white. What? Roots, Africa. The message is you have so much to be proud of. There's so much that you have accomplished, and I am heavily Capricorn. And apparently I deliver messages a certain way. But I believe truthfully in my soul here that you and I and others that resonate in this energy, that are working through this energy and plan to achieve their mission, like overcome. This fish is calling out again. What is the message? It's being weird. What is this? Okay. Yes, spirit. Yes, spirit. Whatever you say. The lamb, peaceful, prophetic, and patient. Because if you made it this far, you're patient and you're probably peaceful and prophetic. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Isn't that how I started this? Its content can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Through the lamb's message, though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. I am starstruck at that. That is just so beautiful. We gotta look at the fish too, because if you made it, you are meant to swim a little deeper here. And I'm proud of you. It was really hard for me to show up today, so not necessarily here. I love being right here, but I meant like in the matrix. So let's see what the fish has to say. Restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forest, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. Yeah, I really feel like in my heart those two energies, because today I wanted to move at my pace, okay? And I feel like the universe and spirit was really teaching me today that I can always move at my pace. It's always a choice. It's always a conscious choice if you choose to participate. So when I see this kind of energy, that's how I see it to be. I don't know. I'm crazy today. I am learning so much from you. Gosh, I felt like we were friends today. I felt like we met up and had a real conversation, meaningful conversations. I hope I said that because I did write that down. Meaningful conversations was the last thing I wrote down. So today I feel like we had a very meaningful conversation, and I hope that as this channel grows, we invite that energy and more peace, the lamb, the fish, in terms of when we swim through the energies that we're trying to learn about, because the fish is also Pisces, very psychic, very polar, right? We're going in there. We're trying to swim deeply into the knowledge. So I really set the intention to attract deep souls that want to trust and fall into this more and believe that you can work through the situations that spirit gives to you, because crying and grit, endurance, stamina, all of that's great, and we need that. We need to keep pushing, keep striving, but we also need the lamb, the patience, the delicate, the fish, or the you know what it was. We also need the softness of something pure and vulnerable, like a child. That is the kingdom of heaven. That is the entrance to get, like, you've got to be in that inner. It can't always be grind. I really feel like we took a breath there. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that resonated. Please go check out my stuff down below. My stuff. I have a book that I wrote. It's available on Amazon. Scorpio Diaries. I lost my mind to find it. And if you would like to book an energy reading with me, my website is down below. Check it out. Email me. And I will get that sent over to you. Please comment down below. Let me know if this resonated, and I will catch you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.